What's the number one priority in the client's mind when they want to buy something? Not necessarily just photography, just buy something. Stay around. There's 12 points of reference in the business, in any business, not just photography, just the business. Let's look at the first 6. Now these are the things that are in the client's mind. This is what they're looking for. Now on the ranking from 1, well, we have 6 here, on the 1 to 6. Could anyone say, what's number 1? What's the number one priority in the client's mind when they want to buy something? Not necessarily just photography, just buy something. What's the number 1? Look on the board. And you can, on the binder on page 11, at the bottom, you can write your own numbers there, but wait till you see mine. All right. Okay, what's number 1? Anyone?
I would say quality of performance.
Quality?
I would say.
Okay. Everybody agree with quality?
Yeah.
Okay. Expert salesperson. What's number 2?
Customer service.
Customer service. Yeah. Here's number 3. Facility to interact. How easy is it to do business with you? Number 4. Bang. Availability of service. That means, are you available to provide me this service? Are you working in such a time restriction that I can't, I don't work Saturdays, Sunday, I don't work Fridays, I just work Tuesdays and Wednesdays. Let's make it a little more difficult too. Number 5, quality and performance. And number 6, obviously, would be product and service. Has anyone noticed anything yet? Those are the 12 important points that go through the client's mind. Where's the price? Because how many of you think the price is the most important issue? How many of you think? You won't say it now because it's not in the first 6, eh? But then the thing is, well, here's where it stands. Look at the next 6 points. Next 6 points. Because we have a perception that the price is the most important thing. But really, it isn't. What's number 7? True to their promises. Number 7, you can write that in your binder, in your workbook. Number 8, sales confidence, Salesforce confidence. That means how confident is the person selling or helping the client buy? How confident is someone that has a hard time responding to an objection? Like you get, well, that's really not in my budget. Then you would sit there. Well, it's really not that expensive. Boom, you're done. Flush toilet, you're out.
What's the difference between 8 and 3?
8 and 3.
Expert salesman and confidence and salesperson.
An expert knows what he's doing.
Yeah, the expert knows what to do, and then the expert is confident. The attitude that he has in front of that person.
Okay.
It's a question of attitude. Now let's look at number 9. Lifespan of the product. How long is this product going to last? Obviously, this has a short lifespan value. However, the word that we can provide with added value, added quality on it, would have a longer lifespan value. And it's priced this way as well. So here's number 10, which is availability of the salesperson. Now, not just the photographer, but the salesperson now is available. Now, let's check this out. Prices is number 11. But some of you raised your hand like price is the number 1 issue. It's here in your mind. And it isn't. And it doesn't say that because they've asked you a price-related question at the beginning that is the number 1 issue. Roberto was saying it's because they don't know what else to say, and that's exactly true. So we have to take him to a different ground, and number 12 obviously would be technical support. What comes in after? Pepito.
I don't know. This is something that I use and it may be helpful to everybody here, or maybe not. But it's called owning the objection. Owning the objection. So they're going and I know what the objection is. It's going to be, my God, $2,000 for a photo? What is it, made of gold? You know, kind of thing. So what you do is by owning the objection, you let them know up front that this is expensive. Oh, you mean those canvas portraits there? Those are nice, but you know what? They're a lot of money. They're expensive. Okay? So I usually get just 3 answers. And if I get the one that says, oh my God, what is it, made of gold? Then I know that I didn't qualify them on the phone.
That's it.
I didn't do my job, okay? But normally, the first answer is, that's one answer. The second answer is, oh, I figure it'd be about that much. And the third answer, and I've gotten this answer as well, oh, I thought it'd be more expensive. Because what's a lot of money to one person may not be a lot of money to another person, okay? And I'm just, as we call it, head trash, because I'm the one that's thinking that's a lot of money because I can't afford myself, okay? You know what I mean?
That's a good point.
They went to Europe and it just came back and they're doing this and that. So tell me, if I were to sell a canvas portrait in their home, and I were to sell it for $300, and they're paying $1,000, $1,200 for, you know, curtains and all this. I mean, they have an interior decorator or whatever. You think they're going to buy my portrait? Now, if it's $3,000, then it's in there. Okay.
Same level. Same level.
Okay, we're really, it's about framing the conversation, and I take it away from them, and I say, really, I'm not selling you photography. It's home decor. It's home decor. Okay. And what's that worth to you? You know, for that piece. And what we do is we utilize your family as a work of art.
Very good. There's a lot of knowledge there. Pepito, you're there.
I've been doing it for years.
Yeah, I can see it. I can hear it. That's very good. Yes, Bill.
I just have a question. I was writing my answers down as you were talking about this, but did you put expert salesperson as number 1 as a reference point?
Let me check.
Expert.
Yes.
Why?
Expert salesperson is a person that will take care of the client, will take the client by the hand and walk them through the process. That's what I mean.
Wouldn't number 1 be customer service? Because customer service is the number 1 thing, in my opinion, the people are looking for. Because Walmart doesn't offer customer service anymore.
It's almost the same.
But it's,
Well,
They're almost the same. Right?
well,
but a salesperson
really they're not.
is one of the last things to close the deal. You need to be a salesman.
Yes.
But to get to that close, you need to have great customer service to get to be able to close the deal.
I agree with you, and here's my take on that. The expertise of the salesperson, that means you want that salesperson to be good at showing how good your service is. But the front line is the first connection you have with that person. So they don't know about your good sales customer service yet, but they're about to discover it. So therefore, your expertise as a salesperson, knowing the sequence that you have to take your clients into in order to qualify them and make them buy, makes it the number 1 issue. That you have to understand that there's a sequence that you have to take your clients into. It's not a way to manipulate clients. It's just a way to build up the value. Go to any restaurant, a good quality restaurant. Go to any car dealership, of good quality car dealership. And we're not maybe talking about the low-end cars, we're looking at the mid-range or high-end car. Just pay attention to how the salesperson approaches you and takes you to the journey on buying this vehicle or buying this dress, this clothing. I was in Paris in October, and I went to Galeries Lafayette. Galeries Lafayette is high-end, really high-end department store. And I just wanted to test. And I went to the designer floor where you see the Gucci's, the Bosses and the Armani's. And I walked by there and I just happened to just look at a jacket, sports jacket. It really looked good. Boom, let's say Lizzie was here. She was so polite and she was not such an expert salesperson to accompany me through the process. And I looked at the price tag. The thing was 850 euros. That's $1,200 for a sports jacket. Oh, I was not necessarily in the budget to buy that, but I wanted to test the whole experience. And she was so professional at it. And then I was happy I had a way out because I didn't have one my size. She says, We can fix that in a minute. She goes to the bag store, picks up one, puts it on my back. It felt good. But I didn't see the value to take out the credit card and pay $1,200 for this sports jacket. And I could fear my wife seeing the credit card slip. I could hear her here. Are you crazy? Yes, dear. Anyway, so as it turned out, I didn't buy the jacket, but I lived the experience. You should do that. Go to an expensive car dealership and just play the game and pay attention to the whole process that these people will take you in. That makes sense? Okay, moving on. What's the fear of losing a client? Obstacle to selling the client. We have a fear of losing the job. We don't want the client to go away. So how would you fix that? On the money, this guy. Okay, there's a nice quote that I'd like to, let me turn to this page here. If you believe that price is the most important thing in your client's mind, if you believe, listen to the words, if you believe price is the most important thing in your client's mind, it is. But research say it is not. Some years back, I had just finished a program in the National Convention in Canada, and I was jogging with a friend of mine who was a photographer from Ottawa, a very famous photographer, and we were just jogging, and talking about business and whatever. And he shared with me at one day that he had heard in the program from a speaker that he says, the minute that I understood that I could not necessarily afford my services to sell them was the day that my sales hit the roof. Let me do that again. The day that I understood that I don't need to be able to afford my services was the day that my sales went through the roof. You see? Go to a Ferrari dealership. Do all the salespeople there own a Ferrari? Not really. It's basic. I rest my case.